Ford developed a Tremor line to sit right below the Raptor. Now, when you look at the trim lineup, it actually is in the middle, but it does have the beefed up suspension. It is more off-road capable than your standard F-150, but not quite to the level of the Raptor, and without the Raptor price tag. So this is why you may want to get you one of these Tremors. So let's take a look and see what it has to offer. The Tremor is your off-road version of the F-150. It does have a revised suspension with beefed up hubs and upper control arms. You got about an inch of lift compared to a standard F-150. You also get these 18-inch carbonized gray wheels with General Grabber ATXs. You do have a skid plate up front, up underneath here. You also get these running boards right here, and then you also have a pretty stylish grille up here. Looks pretty nice. Some of the technology upgrades is enhanced trail control, trail one pedal drive, and you get trail turn assist. And then other than that, you know, it's the styling. It just looks awesome. I like all this orange on here, looks pretty cool. Now, depending on how beefed up you want your Tremor, you can go all the way up to the 402A package. There's a lot in it. I'm gonna highlight a few things. Everything will be listed on the screen right now. The 402A Tremor High package is $11,710. The highlights: a high lock transfer case, 2-speed automatic all-wheel drive with mechanic locking 4-wheel drive. You get a front axle with torsion differential, a modular bumper. You get the leather trim seats inside. You get the B&O sound system, heads-up display, the bed utility package, and the tow haul package. Now, all of that, is it worth it to you for an extra $11,000? Let me know down in the comments what you think, but let's talk about the engine that's powering this Tremor. You do get 2 engine options with this Tremor, one of them being the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, or you get this one that is the 5.0 Coyote V8 with 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. Now, both come with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and this one is 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. That is awesome out of a truck this size. Payload capacity is 2,445 pounds. Towing comes in at 10,000 pounds, which is really good. I'm actually really surprised at that. Fuel economy, you got 15 in the city, 20 on the highway, and 17 mile per gallon average. Let's go take a look at the bed and this tailgate, because this is one of the new tailgates. You can see that there's a split on either side, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, but you can use this just as a regular tailgate. It is powered, really nice. You do have a spot for your cell phone or whatever else you would need to hold in there. You do also have a yardstick going across the back here, a little spot to put your drink right there. So that is most of what's going on there on the tailgate, but a little lift up on this and it will close itself. You don't actually have to reach down and push the button. Then if you notice, there's a little arrow right here. We're gonna push this arrow. Now this will open up about 30 degrees. So you can still get in here and put stuff away. But if you look, if you would have a trailer on the back side of this, you would be able to open this door and still get to your tailgate without having to worry about that. And you see it's kind of windy. You see that thing kind of shifting around, but it's holding in its spot. Now it's got one more where it'll stop at 60 degrees. So you do have a very good opening, easy access to get in there to do other things. But if you need to, you can open this all the way open. That is about 100 degrees, it's over 90 degrees open, and very quick, easy access to your bed. Easy to get the stuff up in the bed instead of having your tailgate coming clear out here and having to reach or toss stuff in. You can reach it right here. Very simple. So while we're here, we're going to talk about this. Does have Pro Power on board with 220 volt plugs right here. Do have multiple tie downs. They all do have locks on them, so I guess you can remove those so that and put them away. Do have a cubby hole right inside here, which is kind of nice. And then this does have lighting back here also. This is the spray-in bed liner, and it does look really good all the way around. Okay, now we talked about one thing that you lose with this tailgate is you lose the step. So there's usually a step that comes out of this tailgate that you can easily get up into your bed, but they had to remove that because of the way that this opens. So what they did was they give you another step. So this step right down here, you just kind of push down and pull out, and it pops right out, and it makes it very easy to get up into your bed. So you open your door, you swing that open, and then you have easy access up in there. So you can step here and then step right here in front of the license plate, and you step easily up in the bed of the truck. Awesome, very simple, very easy. Easy to get down, so you can step one right here, and then you can step on that step and get down. Pretty easy to do. You can shut tailgate. This just goes right back up in where it came from. Okay, I think this tailgate is freaking awesome. And if you're enjoying this Tremor so far, go down and hit that like button for me, and then we're gonna take a look at the inside. I forgot to mention this is Oxford white, and it looks really good with this orange trim. Take a look at the inside. There is your door. You've got a huge deep pocket across here. A lot of water bottles can go in there. Come up here and you do get this kind of jean looking material up here. It is one of my favorites. I love this material. Orange stitching all the way around. This is leather right here, and it is very, very soft for your elbow. Very good. You got memory seating up here, window controls and mirror controls, B&O sound system. Over here to these awesome seats. They are powered with lumbar. These are leather. They are heated and ventilated. Tremor logo on the seats. They look really cool because you have this kind of orangish background into these holes. It just looks pretty cool. I like it. Little orange detail right here. This is something you'll see on the Raptors. It'll be in code orange. I like the touch of this orange color in here. It looks really nice. All right, let's get in. So if you come across here, your vent over there, I like this little surrounding right here, and this is like a textured material going across here. It's kind of grippy. I actually like it. It almost feels like a nail file, kind of. Then you have this door right here. Kind of gives it like a recycled carbon fiber look to it. The button right here, so you have a little storage up there. Same Genie material up here with the orange stitching. Glove box is pretty decent size. You do have 12 volt plug-in right here and a 120 household plug here. Come on over here, we're gonna look at the driver's display first. You have a full digital display with a tachometer on the left, speedometer on your right. You have your information in the center. In the middle there, we can change that to a few different things. Trip 1, trip 2, or your fuel economy. You can go into the menu and you can look at the heads-up display, and it is really big and really easy to see at night. As you can see, it does have your navigation is built into it, and you can use Android Auto navigation up in your heads-up display. It doesn't have to be the sync system navigation to be on there. So that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that, and there's a lot of vehicles that don't do that. This one does. So then you go back and you just pick whichever one you would like to have up there. So that's what we're going to leave this on, is trip 1 right now. All right, we come back to the steering wheel. Now, this is just a typical Ford steering wheel, same in every F-150 and Explorer. I'm not sure if it goes down farther than that, but I know that I've seen it in those too. So on the right, you have your menu and your buttons to control the center screen up there. And then you also, this is your back button, and then you have your phone button right here and your track skip right there. On the left side, you have your volume control and your voice control, and then all of your driver assistance features. This one is equipped with Blue Cruise. If you don't know what Blue Cruise is, basically you can do hands-free driving on mapped interstates, and it's pretty nice, other than the eye tracker. So the eye tracker can be somewhat annoying at times, but the system itself works really well, and it can change lanes for you without you having to do it yourself. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now let's take a look at this infotainment screen. This is the Sync 4 system, and it works really, really well. So right now you can see my Android Auto is up. One thing that I do like, if you see down here, it says Android Auto, and then it has the bigger screen, so you can't open that up and get anything else off of there. You can shrink it down and have some more functions with your truck on there also. You go to your apps. Basically, it's going to have your CarPlay, Android Auto there. We go into settings. You've got your sync navigation, vehicle settings, just a few normal things that you can go through here and change and set up, which is pretty nice. And you can go into the truck features. You have driver assistance. You can adjust all of those things. Cruise control, adaptive cruise control, setting your speed limit, lane keep assist system, that type of thing. You also have your trailer side view, so you can see down the side of your trailer, which is pretty cool. And there's the driver alert. I actually have it shut off right now. Okay, you have Pro Power on board for all of your plugins, so that's pretty cool. You just kind of turn it on whenever you need it. And zone lighting, which I'm sure you understand what that is. Turn that on and boom, it will turn on all the lights around the truck. It's pretty awesome. At night, especially when you're out, camping and things like that. You have the onboard scales in here. Now, they did away with this in a lot of the vehicles, but it can do the weight. All right, Tiro Turn Assist, which I'm sure that you understand what that is. It locks one back wheel so that when you turn it makes it easier and a tighter turn. Okay, you do have your towing up here also. With the towing, you can add your trailer and different things like that. So all you do is hit one button and you are ready to go. Now we're going to come back here, and of course all the buttons are down here, and I forgot to mention you got this one over here, the button. You can switch this, so this kind of eco behavior. There's your off-road with your pitch. And then you got your Pro Power onboard, zone lighting, and audio on-off. Navigation, phone. So you can go through all of those systems, even your trip information. Everything that was on your center display can be also over here. So we go back, and you do have all of your climate control buttons here, which, like I said, are always my favorite. I love just having everything down here that I can just hit one button. So you do have heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats. You got big dials to change the temperature, and it does show up in the upper screen. Okay, drive modes are right over here. So you do have 2 high, 4 high, 4 automatic, and 4 low. And then you have your standard drive modes, which are, you have normal, slippery, off-road, rock crawl, sport, eco, tow haul, and then back to normal. That's a lot. That's a lot. Wow. Okay, and then you push this, and that will lock your rear differential. Come back, and you do have this little tray right here. You slide this open, and you do have, I have a couple things in here, but you do have a wireless phone charger there and a USB-A and USB-C plug. You do have a little slot right here that you can set your cell phone in. Also, this is the shifter, which is pretty cool. I think a lot of people like it. You do have the button where you can put it down, get it out of the way, so then you can come over here and you can open up and pull out the work surface or your lunch tray, whichever you would like to call that. I'll put that back. And so that was just standard. Then you have your 2 cup holders right here. You also have a button to open this completely up, which is one of the largest center consoles that you can get. It has place for your coins right here. The tray's pretty deep itself. That's some safety glasses. You can take that tray out and you can look how deep this thing is and how big it is. It is just massive. And down here you do have 2 more USB-C plugs. This does have the dual moonroof. It works really, really well. You just have one button and it slides right on back. Gives it a little bit more light in here, and you can press it again. It will even go all the way back. And this one opens. Check that out. Opens pretty good. That's good. That's a good amount of space up there. So that's all the basics up front. Nothing really different here than what a standard F-150 is, other than you do have a few extra drive modes for off-roading and trail driving. So that is pretty cool. But now let's take a look at the space back here, because I am 6 foot and it looks massive back there, and I am positive that I'm not going to have any problems, but you know, we're going to get back there and take a look at what else they have back there for those second row occupants. Okay, look at how much room there is in there. It is massive. Well, let's get in. Got a handle right here if you need it. And yeah, driver's seat's in my driving position, and I have probably 8 to 10 inches there. A lot of room, no problem with space. My head, I have about 2 inches up above my head, so that's good. Also, seats are very, very comfortable. But let's take a look at the back and show you what all they put back here for, you know, your passengers. Okay, door panel, just kind of basically the same thing you got up front. B&O speaker, got a big compartment down here for your drinks, and another little compartment right here. You might put your drink in there. So before I crawl in here, I'm going to show you this seat. So you can flip these seats up, and you have this little tray right here. You can see how much room you gain by flipping those seats up. You put your dogs back here, whatever you need to, but you can flip this up and lock this in. So you can flip that up just like that, and now you have a box to put your groceries, set your groceries in, or whatever you don't want sliding around everywhere. And then it closes on its own. Pretty awesome, right? All right, I'm gonna put this seat down, and then we're gonna get up in here. So you do have a handle right here. Like I mentioned, back here you do have heated seats in that 402A trim. So that's pretty cool. And then you have a 12 volt right there. You have your vents. And then you also have USB-A's down here. There's 2 of them, and a household plug, 120 volt. Pretty good amount of space here. You can see my knee space right here. It's just massive. You do have a light up above your head right here, and your clothes hook. So yeah, really nice. A lot of room back here, and very, very comfortable. Look back here, and you do have a cup holders here too. So you have 2 here, 2 there. I'm gonna say 3. So let's say, how many cup holders are in this truck? You got 2 here, 4. Let's say 1 in the door there, 5. Let's say 1 in the door there, 6. 1 down here, 7. 1 here, 8. Up front, you got 1 in that door and 1 in the bottom of that door. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12 is what I'm counting. Hopefully that's right. 12 cup holders in the F-150. That's awesome. There's another look at that awesome front. I love this truck. All right, let's hear about the pricing on this truck. And really the biggest decision is going to be, do you want the 402A package for almost $12,000 or not? Pricing for the F-150 start with the base model STX. I'm not going to include the work truck in this. So the STX starts at $44,000. The Tremor starts at $64,350. And this one, as tested with the options and the destination fee, and the options include the Tremor 402A package, which we discussed earlier at $11,710, twin panel moonroof for $1,500, the spray and bed liner for $600, and the rear center step for $430. All of that comes up to a total of $80,575. Now it's time to take this for a drive. I'm gonna do a launch 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. And this thing does feel a lot faster than what it is. So we got 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good. We had somebody coming, so we didn't get a full lock-in stop on that. But yeah, it really gets up and moves. It's been a little while since I've been in a full-size truck, and I immediately felt like this was a very large truck, a larger truck than an F-150. I used to own an F-150, a 2018, and it was an extended cab. So this one with the full cab really feels like it's a lot bigger to me, but it's really not that much bigger. I am really comfortable driving this now after a few days. I felt like, okay, I'm back in an F-150. Very easy to conform to. These trucks are just basically set up the same. They just look better, they make the materials better, but they still make you feel like and know that you're in an F-150 and make you feel comfortable in an F-150. How do I feel about this Tremor? The Tremor package on here, you can definitely tell that you have a lift on here. You can also definitely tell that the suspension is upgraded. The downfall to that is sometimes some of the bumps are a little harsher than you would like them to be. You'd feel like you'd want a little bit more comfort, but it's not terrible. But it's also not the feel you get from driving a Raptor. The Raptor, you're just comfortable all the time. You feel like you're just gliding down the road. Doesn't matter what bumps are in the way, whether there's a pothole, whether there's a pit that you can drive through. It just feels comfortable all the time. This one does still have that stiff feel to it a lot of times. The bigger bumps, you do have that kind of floating light, and it settles in really good, a little bit more comfortable. But sharp ones, yeah, it still feels like a solid truck when you hit one of those real sharp bumps. I feel like everything in here is really good. Everything works out well. Ford lays things out really well and easy for you. You can really feel the upgraded differential and those type of things in this truck. I mean, it feels like you're driving a heavy duty truck more than you're driving just a regular F-150. So know that it has that feel to it. That's how I feel when I'm driving it. It's not a heavy duty truck. It's not a Super Duty or anything like that, but you know, you just get that feeling in it. It feels really mechanical in the rear end, and the power doesn't seem like it's there until you give it enough gas, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, this does have a lot of power. More power than it's expected. You're not gonna have any problem towing with this. 10,000 pounds is a really good number to be towing with. Your payload capacity, that is good. You put almost a full ton back there without any problems. If you are looking at this as, I can't really afford a Raptor, so I'm gonna get a Tremor instead, I don't think you're gonna go wrong with it. It just depends on whether you want to put that extra 402 high package on there, if any of those things are important for you to have. If you don't have to have them for truck functions, then I would just go without it, and then you're just getting a lot better F-150 instead of trying to get something that is a poor man's Raptor. So that's where the route that I would go. I would just leave that stuff off because I don't need most of that stuff. It wouldn't benefit me. Because once you're pushing that into that $80,000 price range, now you're starting to push yourself into Raptor money. And what would be better, buying this or buying a used Raptor for the same price? So that's where you're looking at some of these prices on these things. But this is a very, very good truck. I would have no problem driving this every day. If someone wanted me to drive it every day, yeah, I would do it. Not a problem, because I love the F-150s. They're just super comfortable. If you like this video on the Tremor, I think you should click on one of the videos that's on the screen right now. One I picked for you, the other one YouTube thought that you would enjoy. I think you're gonna like them both. So you have a blessed day, and I will see you in that next video.